back with you. And today I'm going to share with you three sellers, accounts on X, formerly Twitter, that I absolutely, without a doubt, have to recommend, and you must follow them and activate notifications immediately. I say that with zero hyperbole, because I have found these three gentlemen to be not only super reputable and great people, but my word, the prices and the variety and the ability to put out so many options on a regular basis. I have found myself both buying and selling with these gentlemen, and I'm going to present them to you in a minute. So the joy for me, I do social media in doses. I'm not a Facebook guy. I dropped Facebook years ago, 3 years ago maybe. Twitter I dropped about 3 years ago, and then I've been back for about a year now. Very collated my account, so it's get rid of all the noise, and it's specifically just, you know, nerd stuff and baseball and hobby related. And I do Instagram as well, that I've directly, my Instagram account I've directly interlinked with my my channel, and it's been working pretty well. So I've been enjoying in that. But I want to focus on X, and there are three accounts, like I said, that I want to present to you, and I will have their information here for you to see both on screen and in the description down below. Give them a follow. For those of you that aren't on X, I honestly would start an account and follow these three, if nothing else, and me, you know, to add a little levity and brevity to your life. These three accounts are fantastic, and I'm going to give you three different spheres of which they represent in the hobby. And the first one is a guy by the name of Jeff, which is information right here. Jeff, he's a consigner. What I love about Jeff is that he will usually, I'd say 3, maybe 4 times a week, will let everybody know that he's got a new set of vintage cards and that he will sell. And he sells strictly on X. And obviously you're able to buy without fees. He takes PayPal, and super easy to work with. He can negotiate a little, but usually he comes in with prices that are much lower than what you would find on eBay and other platforms like MySlabs. What I like about Jeff is he's easy to work with. He's very accommodating, and if your sweet spot is 50s, 60s, and 70s, mainly tops. If you love mantle, you're going to see a lot of mantles on there, but 50s, 60s, 70s, mainly tops, but he also has some oddball stuff. He just recently put up for sale a 1951 Wheaties Premium of Mickey Mantle. Gorgeous. Once in a while he'll get like some amazing pieces. He does some pre-war stuff too. Primarily his sweet spot's going to be 50s, 60s, and 70s. I have bought from him many times, and he is easy to work with, super engaged with the community, with the hobby, and cannot recommend him enough. So check out Jeff, and for all of your vintage consignment needs. And you can submit for consignments too. He has really good and fair prices for consignment. I haven't chosen him yet, but I'm thinking about it, and totally would recommend him. Anyways, okay, so there's Jeff. Number 2, we have Cards with a Story. Boom. This might be my favorite one until I say the next one, but for right now, he's my favorite one. So what Cards with a Story does is he's also very engaged with the hobby. He'll sell stuff once in a while on his own. He gets in great rare vintage pieces. He likes to share other things that he's finding throughout the hobby. But what I love about his channels, every Wednesday evening, he will have a sale. I'll put the picture right here. Every Wednesday there is a vintage sale that he puts on where everybody can post, anybody can post what they want to sell, and often they come again, at a much lower price than you'll find on other platforms and easy to negotiate. It's a one-stop shop. It's a lot of fun to go through there, see what people have. You'll see some regulars. There's some YouTubers that have sold on there. I've sold on there. I've sold a couple. I've bought and I've sold through this vintage marketplace. Cards with a Story, like I said, every Wednesday evening. So, and again, for all of these accounts, set your notifications. So anytime, I set it for everything. So anytime they respond, they post, I don't want to miss anything, because there could be some, you know, the cadence is pretty regular with these guys, but sometimes they'll do like a one-off, but I don't want to miss anything. And I also like the banter and the conversations that they provide. And it kind of gives me a good kind of, you know, finger on the pulse of the hobby, especially on this platform. So again, this is a fantastic marketplace for vintage, both, you know, common vintage, rare vintage, graded, not graded, you name it. All sports, primarily baseball, but all sports, but strictly vintage. So that's where we're keeping it real nice. So anyways, Cards with a Story right there. All right. And last but not least, this is the gentleman that some of you, especially if you are pre-war collectors, you know this gentleman because he's got an amazing website, Anson Wally Pre-War Cards, right? A great website. If you don't know anything, if you want to know about a set, you have a question, definitely, I will definitely link. I've linked him before in videos in the past, but I'll definitely link his website in the description down below. But he also is very, very active on X. And he has, I don't want to say every Sunday evening, but I'd say every other, just on average, he'll do a pre-war sale where he sells a lot of his extras or just things that he wants to move to acquire new stuff for himself. Some very rare sports and non-sports pre-war cards, usually non-graded and often a bit rough and used, but the prices are amazingly low. And you're going to see some stuff that you either didn't know existed, or you have been looking for, or maybe you just want to add to your collection because they look cool. He'll usually post each of them with a bit of a descriptor and a story behind them, maybe what makes them unique. Maybe it's a different version or variety than you're aware of, and he gives the reason. There's a lot of knowledge that comes behind his posts and the cards that he sells. I have bought from him as well. Actually, in my most recent video, my Viva Variete, I showed a Mayo cut plug that I picked up from him for very cheap. I think I might even have mentioned him on that video. Stuff like that. Amazing stuff I've got from him before. Rare, eclectic, odd, sports, non-sports stuff. So if you're into that kind of stuff, it's all pre-war. Definitely check out pre-war cards, my man Anson. And there you have it, 3 absolute must follows on X if you enjoy vintage and you enjoy not spending as much money as you would on other platforms. That's all I got for you today. So appreciate you all, and we'll talk to you next time. All right, bye.